France recognized Palestine as a state, and the UK is threatening to recognize Palestine by September if Israel does not stop their genocide. So they're giving them a month more to go. But the thing is, like the UK, you don't have to recognize Palestine because you already know it. You're the ones who went there and created the British mandate of Palestine, and you're the ones and the first ones who created concentration camps to silence the nationalists that have resisted your colonization. You're the ones who went and brutally tortured the people and forced your existence in their land, and you promised them to the Jewish people that you already created a Holocaust for these people in your continent. Just recognizing a state and not actually moving towards stopping the terrorism and the terrorists that are committing the genocide is nothing. And until you move your army to stop the genocide, it isn't enough. I know I don't expect anything from these people because, France, you have committed genocides in Algeria, in many of the colonies, that you have forced your existence in these colonies to rip it out of their wealth. And the UK, the British Empire, you have created concentration camps in South Africa, in Rhodesia, that you later divided into Zambia and Zimbabwe. You have forced people into slavery and labor. You have created crisis in Africa and made it a poor continent when you are ripping it of its wealth, because you only, as a civilization, the European civilization, it was only built on creating weapons. You just stole all of the cultures from Africa, from the Middle East, and then you said, oh, they couldn't resist because you have developed good weapons to force your existence on these people. France, you have just released the Lebanese activist Georges Ibrahim because he resisted your existence in his land, because he resisted your colonization. And France, you are still ripping your past colonies from its wealth, like Tunisia. You're taking its oil. You have oil companies that are working in Tunisia. You have got the third gold reserve globally because you've been stealing Burkina Faso's gold for decades. And about the United States, that you were expecting a lot from it. The United States that is 241 years old. And all of these years, it was committing wars. War after war after war. Vietnamese war, the war in Iraq, wars everywhere. The USA has never had peace. They've been always committing wars, and it existed on wars. And they've committed the biggest genocide on this whole planet by killing the 200 million indigenous people of its land. Do you expect anything from these countries, France and the UK and the US? They're just acting. They're not willing to do anything. The GHF points that are controlled by both the US and their first allies, the Israelis, have been killing Palestinians day and night. Day and night. And you cannot tell me that this is not terrorism. You call people because they are starved by you, and then when they come, you shoot them. This is the whole definition of terrorism. You convince little children to come to get some food, and then you shoot them. I don't think we need to wait or to expect anything from the US, the UK, and France, because they won't do anything. Because they didn't even protect their citizens when they came to break the siege on Gaza.